So this is a demonstration of how I'm currently resetting in the Virtual Console copy of Gold for a shiny Suicune. You may consider this a guide for any of the 3 legendary beasts though. The first and most important thing is you need your chosen beast in the Pokédex already via trade. All the beasts DVs, the DVs is what used to be the IVs, and therefore their shiny value is determined when they leave a burned tower first time. So without trading, you can't track them in the dex without already determining whether or not it's going to be shiny, and you can't reset for it. I've saved here in Burn Tower, just above them, with Gengar faster than Suicune, but not over level 40. That allows you to use a Repel and encounter it. I've also got a Crobat, and both of them have mean look. This isn't essential though, because once you find it shiny and it's roaming, it's going to be stuck with those DVs, and then it's going to be stuck shiny. Same way it's stuck not shiny the rest of the time. So you can take your time catching it when you do find it. It can run or use Roar and it will still be shiny. I've also got Super Repel active before I save, just to save a little time in the hunt. So I'm just going to drop down, scare them away. And I'll cycle out of there. First thing I do when I leave the tower is I fly to Cherry Grove City. Each time I do this, after I open the Pokédex to see where Suicune is, it does take a small while to scroll down, but you only have to do that once per reset. Check its location. Okay, so I'm here. What I'm looking to see is the beast within 3 steps, or 3 routes of me. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that is route 46 north and route 32 are potential to reach within 3 steps. It's a 1 in 8 chance if I move 3 times, because I have to move an odd number of times to move it onto one of these routes. If I move 3 times, there's 1 in 8 chance of moving it straight onto it straight away. Doesn't sound so great, however there's a 3 in 8 chance of it moving just 1 closer to me. If it is one of the 2 routes, then you want to pick the direction away from the beast. This is because it will skip over the towns when it roams. So it's going to skip over Cherry Grove. So say it's on route 46 north, it's going to go route 46 south, then route 29, then route 30. So I'm going to want to move towards route 30 when I move 1, 2, 3 times. If I move 1, 2, 3 that time, I'll pass over me. If it moves 1 route closer, then you have odds of when it was 2 away, so you're stood on an actual route with grass. You simply want to move to Cherry Grove and back. So, this time, Suicune's not close enough. When it's 3 steps away, that's when I consider the odds worth opening the Pokédex and closing the Pokédex repeatedly, searching for it. Let's try again. No, Lake of Rage. Still too far away for now. This can take some time, but this is a hard Pokemon to find. It's especially a hard shiny to find. It's going to take you a while either way. This is the quickest way for me. This is a good example. So, if it were to be 3 steps away, then I'd be moving 3 steps. If it were to be 2 steps away, I'd have to consider that 1 step away because I have to move into a route first. I have to move towards it. If it was 2 steps away, I would move towards it, hopefully it would land on me. When it does that, there's a 25% chance of it, or 50% chance of it going this way or that way. If it's 2 steps away from me and I'm on grass, I move twice, Cherry Grove and back. There's a 25% chance of it moving 2 steps onto me, 25% chance of it moving 2 steps away from me, that would be too far, I'd have to reset, or there's a 50% chance of it just moving back onto the same spot. In this situation, it's just 1 away, it's a coin flip 50-50, will it move onto route 29? It doesn't. Now though, it is 2 away, 1, 2. So, if I move to Cherry Grove and back, there's a 25% chance of it coming back to me, which isn't good. However, it's a 75% chance of it either staying the same or landing on me. So, only 1 in 4 chance of it getting worse. It got worse. Now it's too far away, so I'll try again. Okay, this is it. 2 away. So 2 away is essentially the same odds as if it's 1 away. I just move towards it onto the route. There's a 50% chance of it moving towards me, 50% chance of it moving away. It's moved away. Okay, so I can move to Cherry Grove and back and see if it gets better or worse or stays the same. Got worse. Let's try again. So it was a 1 in 4 chance of it landing on me from doing that. When it moved to 2 further away, I haven't done the exact math, but I'm pretty sure that's 1 in 16 chance of it coming back to me the first time. So not worth it. Here we go, 3 away. So 1, 2, 3. It would be 1, 2, 3. It can potentially land on me if I move here. Now you might see there's a tiny bit of lag in this video in this line here. That's, if you want to be really efficient, there's your line you want to dance between. Well, that's bizarre. It's moved, stayed exactly where it was after 3 steps. I wonder if somehow it went full circle. Another thing I should point out is that separate to the odds I've been talking about, there is an apparently random chance of the beast reshuffling without you using fly. This is normal. If it doesn't work for your hunt, then just fly to Cherry Grove City and try again. Now it is... Now because I moved an odd number of steps and it stayed exactly where it was, I'm going to have to reevaluate which side I want to move on. Don't like where that is, so I'm just going to fly and start again here. Really, the range of where places I like to try are from route, 32 to 31 to 30 to 29 to 46 south to 46 north. That range around Cherry Grove City is worth going for. Typically anything outside is just worth flying again. Okay, let's try this again and see if it behaves this time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it moved 1 more towards me. So now it's the 2 away, 25% chance of it working next time I move twice, 50% chance of it staying where it was, 25% chance of it moving back a step, or back 2 steps actually. It moved back 2 steps. I'm not having great luck here. Using this method, I have been averaging about 6 minutes for every encounter. So far we're nearing 9 minutes in. So this is a longer one. But that's the average, 6 minutes. So sometimes it turns up within a minute. I know you're probably thinking once every 6 minutes and potentially 8,192 encounters to get it shiny. It will be grueling to find, and anyone else tries it, I wish you the best of luck. If you don't try it, then send some of your luck my way, because I could really do with it. I've only encountered it, let me check, 107 times in the last 3 weeks. I haven't been spending a lot of time in the evenings. Okay, 2 away. 1 in 2 chance of it coming towards me. Good thing about this video taking me so long to encounter is that I'm able to show you all the different ways that you have to move away from Cherry Grove City to try and get it towards you. this has worked out. Still got a repel active, so I'll get in the grass and see if I can find it. Repel's worn out. Thought it might. Here we go. There it is, not shiny, typical. And that's it. Then just reset and repeat. So before I did this, I had tried doing it without flying and just carefully checking its every movement, trying to get it on the route I moved to, opening and closing the Pokedex all the time. There was way too much cycling, way too much checking the Pokedex. It would take way longer. This is by far the much quicker way. I also did it before that without it in my actual Pokedex, without trading it, just trying routes, trying grass, and that really did take forever. I would not recommend trying this without having it in your Pokedex to keep an eye on it. You will not encounter that much. You're even more likely to encounter Raikou or Entei or whichever two you don't want to find when you try it without it in the Pokedex. That's the other thing I've got to point out as well, that it is possible for Suicune or any of the beasts to be on the same route as another beast. So you may know that Suicune is on your route and Raikou or Entei turns up. When you run away or you just encounter a legendary beast and you finish that battle, they all get reshuffled. So Suicune will no longer be on that route if you stumble across a Raikou or an Entei before that. I'm just going to do this again now just to see if I can get it to go a bit quicker and easier this time. Hopefully I'll demonstrate the benefits of this technique. I do believe that this is probably one of the better, more efficient ways to find Suicune or the legendary beasts. Hopefully it minimizes your hunt. Or if you're just looking for a non-shiny legendary beast, but you've already got it in your Pokedex and you want to find, if it's really messing you about, it's never landing on your route, you can try this method. So to recap, if it's 3 away from you, you want to move 3 times, and you want to move it in the direction, if it's on route 32 or route 46, then you want to move away from, want to move away from Cherry Grove City, the direction it is. So route 32, you move towards route 29. Route 46, you move towards route 32, because it's going to skip over Cherry Grove and land on you. If it's 2 away, move towards it. If it's 1 away, move away from it, because it's going to skip over Cherry Grove like every other time, and it will hopefully land on the route you are on. Here it is 2 away, so I'll move towards it. Easy way to remember is if it's an odd number away, move away from it. Even number, move towards it. Oh, that was good. Here we go, so this is just over 13 minutes, and this will be the second time I find it. Average isn't bad so far. There it is. Still not shiny. But that's it. That's how you find Suicune fairly easily. Best of luck to you, anyone who tries. Bye bye.